Good afternoon, everybody, for the final time this season. Welcome into Knoxville Catholic High School. My name is Hunter Mancuso. I will be your broadcaster today, as I have been the whole season. It all comes down to this. The Bears and the Athletics will go at it for the championship game. No double elimination. One win is all it takes. The two teams will go at it for all the glory. The Athletics, they are the number one seed. Of course, they will be the home team. The Bears, they will be the away team. They are second seed. The Bears will come up to bat first. They will send up their 1-2-3 men trying to get ahead here early, because they know that if they want to have any chance in this one, they will need to get ahead early. The Bears and the Athletics have played a handful of times this season. The Bears have not won a single one. On the mound for the Athletics, you will see Evan Cope. Your starting lineup for the championship game for the Athletics consists of Jack Fennell behind the plate, Will Dickens moving over to first base where he's always been, Joey Sula starts at second, Grayson Wright at short, Tyler Bennett, the former Bobcat, making an appearance in the championship series, he's at third base. Alex Trimble, Ty Sowers, and Finn Piper will round out left, center, and right. Gavin DiBartolomeo, Danny Isbell are both EHs and DHs respectively. A real rainy Wednesday, as you can tell. I'll be curious to see if we can get through this full game. Already delayed by 30 minutes. It was supposed to start at 4, but moments away from first pitch is now 4:30. We are watching the home plate umpire walk towards the field. And, this is far from what you'd call optimal baseball weather. But as the age-old saying goes, the show must go on, and these boys will play rain or shine. The rain has been showering on and off all morning, but the ball game will persist regardless. Thank you, everybody, for joining me in here today. It's been a great summer. It's been an honor to be in the microphone for almost every single game. But it all has come down to this. First pitch from Cope to Ridings, misses down low. We are officially underway in the 2026 Smoky Mountain Collegiate League Championship game. Up first, we will see Caden Ridings, followed by Valone and Greenway. Super excited that the championship game is finally upon us. I was kind of nervous that it was going to have to get pushed back today, but instead it is still played on a Wednesday. 3 straight misses from Cope, and the batters today will be often patient. We'll see if they just let the slipperiness of the ball work free walks, or if they will still be aggressive as they have been all season. Through to Ridings, hits him on the chest. A 4-pitch at bat for Caden Ridings, and there is a man on already. I don't expect the rain to be a downpour for the most part of this one. And I'm assuming we will also get a lot of, these moments right here. A bunch of pauses, a bunch of towel wipes. I think the coaches and the umpires are going to try to let this one go as smoothly as or as long as they can. Unless it just becomes so bad that ball is not playable. It will just be a real wet Wednesday. So to paint a picture of how we got here, the Bears, they went 2-0 against the Copperheads. They played them Monday night, and then the sole game yesterday. The Athletics beat the Bears, the Eagles 2 games in a row on Monday. So they've had their ticket punched since the first day of the week. First pitch to Valone is taken for called strike number 1. Valone, 5 at-bats yesterday, 0 for 5. So he's looking to put bat on ball for the first time. 0-1 outside. Caden Ridings goes. The first stolen bag of the championship game belongs to Caden Ridings. I'm assuming we'll also see real aggressiveness on the base paths, with it being harder for catcher's throwdowns to be both online and in time. You can't think of a better way for this season to come to a close than a downpour of a championship game. 1-1 catch in the outer corner. in a state where it has rained more this summer than I've actually seen the sun since I've been here. It's only fitting that on the last day of baseball this summer out here at Knoxville Catholic that it would be raining more persistently than it has been all week. 1-2 to Valone in the dirt. Skips in front of Fennell. Ridings was going on the pitch, and it's over the head of the third baseman. Caden Ridings making a bid to be the first run of the game, and he will be. He slides in head first, and the Bears on the board early. They will need to be taking advantage of every single moment they get. Throw getting over the head of Tyler Bennett at third. Back to bases empty, still no outs. Valone sitting at a 2-2. Like I said before, the Bears and the Athletics have gone at it this season. I want to say 4 or 5, maybe 6 times. And to my knowledge, the Athletics have won every single one. Valone swung on and missed. He's down swinging. My count reset, but that's out number 1. Evan Cope on the mound. He's only making his 3rd start of this season. It'll be his 4th appearance. Across his 7 innings pitch, hasn't been a real notable player for the Athletics this season. His ERA sitting at a 5 flat. First pitch to Greenway outside. We saw Marcus go deep yesterday. He hit one to straightaway left. He was a part of that real solid win for the Bears yesterday against the Copperheads. They played it 7 in the first 2 innings, and the Copperheads would only get 1 back later in the game. 1-0 to Greenway was swung on and missed, and you can just tell how much it's raining because the bat from Greenway flew, almost hit Tyler Bennett at third. He stuck his glove out in an attempt to catch it. I really hope this game does not get delayed. The rain picking up here a little bit more. The radar, depending on which app you look at, said it was supposed to rain, said it's not supposed to rain, said it's supposed to rain heavily, and said it's supposed to rain light. And there we go. Already 1 rain delay. You see Grayson Wright throwing his hands up over at shortstop. I don't think the players want this. I think they would rather just play it out. Some frustration on the body language of the Athletics. So with the rain being picked up here, it looks as though we might see a rain delay, or we will in fact see a rain delay. Things have not been the best at getting relayed back to me about updates on the game today, or, during games at all, across delays across the whole season. So viewership is tuning up a little bit. Unfortunately, if you're just tuning in, you're tuning in at a really rough time. Marcus Greenway's at-bat will be put on pause in a 1-1 count with 1 out. Bears lead 1-0. I will go ahead and I will throw up this age-old, not the difficulties today, but instead we will make it say rain delay. And feel free to tune in and out of your YouTube. If I'm on your TV, great. If I'm on your phone or your laptop, just leave me up for a little bit. I'll try to come back on the microphone if I hear anything, but for now I'm going to mute my mic and set this thing down. If you're watching, feel free to turn your volume back on whenever you see the rain start to calm down, because you can very much see on the camera. But for now, we will enter a rain delay. Your score, the top of the first, Bears lead 1-0. All right, everybody, welcome back. It seems as though the rain has subsided for now. Clouds still very much prominent, dark and gray skies with no sign of blue anywhere. Brightness coming in from the left part of the field. We'll see if that can move over up north and kind of give us some, better playing ball weather. But for now, the game will pick back up here momentarily. The righty Evan Cope coming back out. He'll warm back up. He'll get ready to go. Painting you a picture of how we got here. Of course, we're only the third batter in. Marcus Greenway in a 1-1 count. Caden Riding's got on. 4-pitch walk. Came around and scored on a couple of pass ball and wild throwdowns. So he remains the Bears' only run of the game and the game's only run. If you were watching the stream during the rain delay, you saw how crazy it was getting. It'd be soft rain, hard rain. It would slow down, and just when you think you were done, it'd pick back up again. I don't know if anybody's not from the South, but that kind of 30 minutes of, weather perfectly encapsulates this side of the country. But for now, it looks like we're good to go, at least for the time being. We'll cross our fingers, say our prayer that the rest of this one, all 7 innings, because there's only one out here in the first, so we're still very much in the first frame. 5 o'clock on the dot, local time, as Greenway steps back in. He'll inherit a 1-1 count. He'll still be facing Evan Cope. And thank goodness we are back on. He squares to bunt first pitch. It's like he fouled it off in front of the plate. He'll fall down to 1-2. I believe we had a defensive change during the break. It's like we might have a new left fielder who was previously Alex Trimble, but I think I just saw Trimble run down to the bullpen. Greenway now at a 1-2, chopping it on the ground over to third. Incoming is Tyler Bennett. The throw over in time. Great play from the third baseman, hustling in on a slow roller. He retires Marcus Greenway. There's out number 2. Okay, so Marcus Greenway grounds out, and it is still, in fact, Alex Trimble out there and left. There is just 2 number 98s currently. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Cole Hendrickson. They'll try to kickstart this offense in the first frame with 2 gone. Assuming the balls can stay dry, not hitting the ground, it is a much more favorable time right now for the pitchers, with the rain not coming down at all currently. Hendrickson falling down now 0-2. Cope looking for back-to-back outs to resume after the break, and he'll get it here. A 3-pitch strikeout for Cole Hendrickson. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. He strikes out on 3 pitches. That is the end of the top of the first. The Bears go up early. They will look to protect their lead against the Athletics, who will swing it for the first time today. Your score is 1-0. Bottom of the first inning kicking off. We will see the Athletics take their championship swings for the first time today. The stream hitting 40 minutes on the dot as the bottom of the first inning kicks off. Them rain delays really do kick up time on the channel. But the Bears, they will throw Owen Porter on the mound. I know they planned to start lefty Will Price, but he was shut down a little while ago. Believe he might have injured himself somehow. So Owen Porter will be the championship starter. His battery mate Cole Hendrickson behind the plate. Over at first, Kate Hauser. At second base, looks like Bryson Shepard. Shortstop, Braden Cox, the former Bobcat. At third, Marcus Greenway. Out and right is Caden Adsit. Out in center is Valone. Abram Taylor will round things out in left. Sowers leading things off. He's trailing behind now 0-2. So the rain is still trickling down a little bit, much more lightly, much more playable. Excuse me, that is Caden Ridings at second base, not Bryson Shepard, which means Shepard will be playing DH. I did not have the defensive alignment for the Bears coming into the game, so I had to eyeball things around the field. Sowers now in a 1-2. Porter just missing the inner part. Owen Porter coming into today. On the mound, at least, he is making his fourth start. He's made a handful of appearances out of the pen, even with Sowers 2-2, fouling one off. He's seen 13 innings of work. Has allowed 16 earned runs, struck out 9, walked 15. It's an ERA north of 6. Another 2-2 skipping away from Cole Hendrickson. Move the count full on the first batter he'll see today. Should be a fun one if the weather holds off. These two teams are, or really have been, the most dominant teams of this season. Granted, they have sit in first and second place all summer. The payoff pitch to Sowers is swung on, foul tipped, and caught by Hendrickson. A first batter strikeout for Owen Porter. There's one up, one, and one down. The first of many lefties will step in. It's Danny Isbell. Currently, the Athletics will throw 3 lefties. Isbell, Dickens, and Finn Piper. We'll see if we see any pinch runners later. Oh, 2 on Isbell, skips in the dirt. Bears having just the start they would want. Obviously, they only went 1, 2, 3, 4 batters in their first inning, but they did take advantage of some slippery weather going around in the beginning of the first before the delay set in. They got a runner to come across. Their defense has been sound most of the summer, just needing their pitching to hold on. 1-2 to Isbell. Looks like it hit him in the foot. So a 1-out base runner on for the Athletics. They will look to get their lead back. Up at the plate is the man who's done more damage this summer than really anybody else, and I don't really necessarily think it's close. Grayson Wright having himself multiple big swings this summer. He's been a blast to watch. Grand slams, moon shots, good plays over at short. First pitch to him on a line, shallow left. Abram Taylor will come in. He'll dive for it. Looks like he misread it a little bit, but he puts his body on the line and makes the grab. That's out number 2 in the inning. Danny Isbell stays put at first. That ball might have been hard for Abram Taylor coming in from left to really read off the bat. Looked playable. Had to make a good attempt for it, but he made the play regardless. There's 2 gone, 1 on. Lefty Will Dickens. Dickens has been the everyday first baseman for this squad this summer. Has had himself a couple big flies. Dickens, the first lefty to knock one over the tall fence and straightaway right. Didn't think it was possible that anyone was going to do it this summer. Since Dickens, we've seen about 4 or 5 people go yard over it. But he was the first one. Porter's come in a 1-0, now in a 1-1. Behind Will Dickens in the 5 spot, we'll see Tyler Bennett. Bennett, the only Bobcat getting the start for the other BCA team today. And of course, his former teammate Braden Cox is at short for the Bears currently. Dickens found a couple off in a row. Porter looking to put away pitch. Danny Isbell getting a big jump over on first, and Porter caught it. He'll step off looking back. Both of these teams being dominant this week in the playoffs. Neither one of these teams have lost yet. They both 2-0'd their opponents. And both of them had one close game with each team, and they each had another blowout from each team. Dickens in a 2-2, skying one left side, foul out of play. The Athletics shut out the Bears in the first game, a little bit more even in the second. In the first game between the Bears and the Copperheads, a little close in the first game. In the second game, the final score is 8-1. Bears in the driver's seat for most of that series. Nasty breaking ball. Called strike 3 on Will Dickens. Owen Porter sits down the lefty looking. That'll be the end of the first inning. The Bears up 1-0. We have 6 innings left to play to determine your 2026 SMCL champion. Bears lead 1-0. Second inning for the Bears. They will look to build off a 1-run lead. No amount of run support will be enough today. They'll take all they can get. And it'll be a new pitcher on the mound, so it's unclear whether Evan Cope was planned on being an opener or for the Randall A just threw him off, but he'll go one and done. The new pitcher will be Brody Watkins. Watkins coming in today has 3 starts. This will be his first appearance out of the bullpen. His ERA sitting at a 7.76, 9 innings pitched, only allowing 1 earned run in the process. Shepard grounding the 1-0 over to Sulish at second. He'll flip underhand. Shepard retired, although he was moving it down the line. Good effort from the DH. Following up Shepard will be the first baseman, Cade Hauser. After him will be Abram Taylor, 5, 6, and 7 to start the second. If you're just tuning in, I welcome you into Gaylor Field. I know if you're seeing 50 minutes on the stream clock that you think you'd miss a bunch, all you missed was a big rain delay, so you're really tuning in a good time. It all comes down to this. This one's for all the marbles. The winner of this game will be crowned the SMCL 2026 champion. And really, you could look at the standings and the way these teams were playing back in, late June, early July, and know that these two teams were going to be the two going at it in the championship. Every day this season, the Bears were in second place, and every day this season, the Athletics were in first. The Athletics started their season, I want to say, 6 or 7 straight games without losing. So, of course, they had their 0 for the longest. Hauser battling Watkins, 0-2, just missing. So, when each pitcher's been up to the mound in their last half inning, we've seen a good amount of curveballs, meaning the pitchers are able to grip the ball. Thus, it's not too slippery, which is good. 1-2 fastball down low. Hauser's final stat line coming into today, his batting average sitting just over 300 at 303 to be exact. 10 RBIs for the righty this season. He'll look to get his offense going in the second frame. They'll look to build off a 1-run lead. The 2-2 count to him is in the dirt. That will be the key to the game for the Bears today is take longer at bats. When they take longer at bats, they're winning games. When they're swinging early, they're not always getting the result they like. The payoff pitch to Hauser on the ground over to short. Grayson right to a knee. Cade Hauser retired on the 6-3. That'll be out number 2. Following up the ground out is Abram Taylor. Taylor, 1 home run for him on this season. It was in his second game. I remember that so vividly. I want to say it was the first home run of this season for any team. Hasn't hit one since, but I do remember that one very, very clearly. He's trailing now down 0-2. If he gets on, the lefty Braden Cox would take his first championship swing. Brody Watkins looking to go 1-2-3 in order in his first outing. And he'll do just that. He rings up Abram Taylor on the lower corner. Called strike 3. Taylor down on 3 pitches. Brody Watkins, a quick 1-2-3. Athletics will be back up to bat. They still trail 1-0. Searching for the lead for the first time today. The Athletics will send up Joe Sulish as he fouls off the first pitch. Excuse me, not Sulish. This is Tyler Bennett. Bennett, DiBartolomeo, and then Sulish. 5, 6, 7 to start the second. Bennett down 0-2. Tyler Bennett having himself a game-clinching home run a few days ago for the Athletics in their series against the Bears. He was also one of the better sluggers for the Bobcats across the season. The 0-2 to Bennett fouled off. Unless something spectacular happens here in this game, I do think Tyler Bennett walks away with the coolest moment of the 2026 summer, that walk-off home run to win his team's first game. Don't think anything has beat that. Popping up, the 0-2, high up behind the plate. Hendrickson's finding it. He's ranging, and he lets it drop. Looks like he might have been caught up by the wind, falling just out of the reach of his glove, and Bennett stays alive. Those balls are always hard for catchers to track down fresh off the bat. I don't blame him. Another 0-2, softly hit out to right. As hits there, he'll come in on it, making the catch. There's out number one. Hendrickson glad that foul ball he dropped didn't cost the Athletics a free base runner, or the Bears a base runner, rather. Now we'll see Kevin DiBartolomeo up. DiBartolomeo getting the start at DH today. Him and Jack Fennell have been splitting most of the summer behind the plate. But DiBartolomeo wins the award for my first impression of, oh my goodness, how in the world do I say that last name? Because that was one of the only ones I struggled with at the beginning of this season. That's why I just tend to call him Gavin or the catcher or 27 or anything but his legal last name. But eventually I figured it out. I think it took me just, a few days. But he's since gotten himself into a 3-0, and he wears a fastball off the back. Second hit by pitch on a 3-0 count today. Each team has one. DiBartolomeo will reach, and he'll be followed up by Joe Sulish. First pitch swing and down the line, and it gets past Greenway. DiBartolomeo goes first to second. A one-out knock for Sulish. First pitch swinging and first pitch making contact. He's on. Sulish building off his great offensive season he's had. That marks his 12th hit of the season. It's good for a single bag, and it'll pass the bat to Jack Fennell. Fennell also had himself a cool moment. One of the last games of the regular season for the Athletics, Fennell went ahead and played all 9 positions, which on paper works in the MLB since there's 9 innings. But in the SMCL, there's only 7 innings, so there was a few innings in a row where he had to play multiple. He would move from short to third or second to whatever, popping up the first pitch right side out of play. So that's a cool feat. If you were on that broadcast, we were having fun with that one. He's in an RBI spot and a good chance to tie it up. DiBartolomeo on second. Joey Sulish is on first. Disgusting breaking ball from Porter misses. 1-1. Shout out to that random week we had the ABS system. It was nice having the pitching app that we could see the pitch types and pitch speeds. The 1-1 sent out to center. And shallow right, adds it coming in, but he can't make the catch. He tried to put his arm up like he had it, maybe a good deceptive job, but it holds DiBartolomeo up to a single bag. So he goes second to third. Perfectly plays a blooper off the bat of Jack Fennell. And here, quickly in the second inning, bases are loaded with only one out. The lefty, Alex Trimble, will swing it in the biggest spot of the day for the Athletics. Couple on a base knocks and a hit by pitch brings the bases full for the Athletics. Rain starting to pick up a little bit. First pitch delivered to Trimble is in there for strike number 1. I would love for this game not to have to get delayed as the bases are just getting loaded. This game is just getting good. Wide pitch from Porter. We might have a ball switch, and there we go. It is up to the home plate umpires or both umpires' discretion if this game continues. The home plate umpire was the one who called off the first delay. It's pouring now again. Ball play still being played. The lights have been turned on. Don't think that will do any good, though, with the rain coming down as hard as it is. All the fans here, there's a good amount of fan turnout, which is great. I like seeing people here in person. Everybody under the awning of the snack stand or their own umbrellas. Trimble fouling off the 2-1. I do feel real guilty. I have this whole broadcast booth with me, and I am the only one in here. Granted, I do like it like that. I don't like broadcasting when I have people in there. I've kind of learned to deal with it this summer. It's been a good learning point of mine. Trimble now in a 2-2. Up the middle. Cox will touch second for 1. He'll go across in time. A huge double play turn from the Bears, and they get out of a bases loaded jam. Ridings and Cox sprinting off the field. They are excited to get out of that one. Things almost turning dangerous for the Bears, but they get out of it. Athletics still have a donut on the scoreboard. We'll head into the third inning. Bears lead 1-0. I really do hate to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and throw the dreaded text back on the screen. I think we're in a little bit of a rain delay between innings. I think that was a perfect time to pause the game at least, so it's not so much in the middle of some action going on. But with the rain being, an existential downpour right now, I think it'll be a good time to pause baseball. So we'll be back in a rain delay. My deepest apologies. I don't think anybody here likes it, so I apologize to all the viewers. Not that we have any control over the weather, but we'll be in a rain delay once again. Rain delay number 2. Bears lead 1-0 at the end of the second. When we come back, it'll be in the third. All right, rain delay number 2 going by a lot quicker than the first one. So that puts us now into the third inning. We're already an hour and 10 minutes since the stream started, putting us about an hour since first pitch. Up now, seeing his first pitch, is Braden Cox. He'll take it for call strike number 1. Brody Watkins back out. He went 1-2-3 in the second. Athletics straining the bases loaded. The Bears and Owen Porter getting a ground ball to feed it into a double play, getting the second and third out of the inning. Cox chops one to Grayson Wright, and the throw slips out of his hand. He doesn't make a play on it. Braden Cox will reach safely. There's a leadoff base runner. That play looks like it was rather difficult for Grayson Wright coming across the infield. We'll blame the slipping out of his hand on the wetness of the ball and it rolling across the turf. It will likely go down as an E6, but Braden Cox will reach safely. 9-hole hitter Caden Natchett coming up. 8-9-1. Caden Ridings is on deck. Ridings was responsible for the only run this far for either team. Athletics would love to have their last at-bat back. Looking like they were going to take the lead there for a second in the bottom of the second. Instead, they still trail by 1. Caden Natchett had himself a cool moment at the beginning of this season. The Bears' first or second win came from a Little League walk-off home run hit by Caden Natchett, getting ahead 3-1. He popped the ball up right side just beyond the infield dirt, maybe right behind where the second baseman was playing at the time. Came around to score, representing the winning run in the bottom of the 7th inning that day. That was a fun one. That might have been the first day of the season. In a 3-1 count, Brody Watkins misses high and in. He'll put another runner on. Very quickly, Bears threatening again. Lineup turning back over. Caden Running's getting his second turn. Showing bunt first pitch, fouling it off. Ridings within a 3-0 count when he wore one between the numbers. He would then come around to score on a couple of passed balls, taking advantage of the rain pouring down in the first inning. That's it leading off of first. Cox is on second. Riding swings at the 0-1. He'll foul it off. Behind him will be Tristan Vallone. Oh, 2 breaking ball. 2 at-bats for Caden Ridings. 2 hit by pitches, both in the same spot, it looked like. Just as quickly as they were empty, the bases have gotten back to full. We mentioned Vallone went 0 for 5 yesterday, 0 for 1 here today. Would be a huge spot to forget about the current 0 for 6 streak he's on. Sky getting a little brighter here at Knox Catholic. Hopefully most of the rain has passed. We might see a little bit of sprinkling throughout the rest of the game, but in terms of the heavy downpour, hopefully that has passed us by. First pitch to the lefty line, back up the middle, sending Sowards back. He'll make the catch out number 1. Runners tagging on second and third. No throw in from right. A sacrifice fly from Tristan Vallone. He plates another one for the Bears. It's now 2-0. Solid contact of the bat, off the bat for the outfielder. bringing one in. Great sacrifice there in a spot where the Bears needed one. Greenway back up. He's 0 for 1. Mentioned Greenway homered yesterday off the starter for the Copperheads. Charlie Walker got the better of him. Second pitch, chopped foul. Caden Ridings was going. Nice pick from the Bears head coach on that foul ball. We've seen this before. The Bears don't want to get too comfortable. They've led by as much as 3 over the Athletics at one point. Of course, in that same game, Grayson Wright came up to hit a go-ahead grand slam late in that one. Good check over on Ridings. So just because the Bears are up doesn't mean the Athletics are out. We've seen some great comebacks this summer. High-scoring innings. Greenway shoots the 1-1 in the air down the line, and it'll drop just foul, it looks like. I lost vision of it behind the awning over the dugout, but it looks like Alex Trimble let it drop intentionally, which is very good baseball IQ, because had he caught that, Caden Atzett would have been off a third scoring with no trouble at all. Just needing to straighten out a little bit. Greenway now at a 1-2. Another check over on Ridings, and he might have been picked off there had Will Dickens caught the ball. Looked like Caden Ridings' body interfered with the ball being thrown over. Coach heading over. Looks like Caden Ridings might have slid in and got some of the turf pellets into his eye. Looks like he's all right. And the at-bat will continue. Greenway now at a 1-2. Brody Watkins still being real cautious with his runner over on first. Doesn't want to be too over-aggressive with it, because one ball past the glove of Dickens would allow the third runner of the game to score over on third. Watkins 1-2 is chopped over to third. Grayson Wright to Sulish to Dickens, but it's not in time. Marcus Greenway beat it out. Almost a good double play to keep a run from scoring. Instead, one runner will reach and one more will score. Bears now lead by 3. I think we're getting a protest from the head coach of the Athletics. If it's on the safer out call, Greenway looked safe to me. I'm not sure if that's what he's protesting, but I can assume. Looks like the call will stand with no trouble. Greenway will be aboard for Cole Hendrickson. 2 runs across already in the inning for the Bears, making an attempt to build their biggest lead of the season against the Athletics. If the Bears go on to win today, then that becomes one of the most baseball stories of all time. A team who trailed in this other team's shadow across the whole league's, season, could never beat them, is now facing them in a championship. That's what I love about baseball. And my favorite thing is, and this really has been my favorite thing across the whole summer, is I don't have a dog in the fight. I am a neutral, subjective, say what I see broadcaster, and it's resulted in a lot of fun for me here these last, 58 days. 1-2, getting away from Fennell. It'll roll to the backstop. Greenway will take second base on the pass ball. Hendrickson battling into a 2-2. Watkins just missing, moving the count full. If Hendrickson gets on, Bryson Shepard, a lefty, will be on deck. Watkins payoff, up and in, almost hits Hendrickson. Looks like he got out of the way of the fastball just in time. You know, his life flashed before his eye just there. So lefty will come in with 2 runners on. We'll get a little mound meeting to talk between Fennell and Watkins. An immediate pinch runner also coming in for Hendrickson. Andrew Hull coming in. Hull coming in on first. Greenway still on second. Bryson Shepard in his second time swinging. He's 0 for 1. Nasty breaking ball out of the hand of Watkins, getting away from Fennell again. Couple of pass balls in a row. Watkins needing to dial in and find the strike zone. We'll get a mound visit. With 2 gone already in the inning, you'll assume that Watkins will finish it. With the lineup the Athletics gave me beforehand, there are 4 pitchers scheduled for today. Were Cope, who we've already seen, Watkins, who's in the second inning of work, Charlie Lofton, go figure, because he pitches every game of the season for the Athletics. And then, if needed, Grayson Wright would come in to pitch, is what the lineup sheet said. Charlie Lofton would be up next, and like I said, he's pitched almost every game, and rightfully so. He deserves to pitch in this one if he's had that much high quantity of innings pitched. Whenever he toes the rubber, I'll tell you his stat line and how much he's worked this summer. But as for right now, he's due up next, and if he's not due up next, then don't blame me. That's just what I was told. Couple of RBIs potentially for Shepard brewing up. First pitch catch in the outer corner, or second pitch is now 1-1. Two-one to Shepard is driven high out to right. No doubt about it. Bryson Shepard, a 3-run home run for the infielder. He goes yard. The Bears keep adding on to their lead. It is now 6-0 Bears. A huge swing of the bat for Bryson Shepard. He goes yard. That was the most no doubt home run I've seen all summer. A huge swing from the lefty, and he puts the Bears up by many. That's the nail in the coffin for Brody Watkins. Looks like he will be pulled here. We'll get a new pitcher momentarily. It will be Charlie Lofton coming in, so I'll let him warm up, and when he's ready, I'll be back. Athletics trying to get out of this inning. They will send up the righty we were just talking about, Charlie Lofton. He'll face Cade Hauser to start his day. Devastating blow for the Athletics. They now trail by arguably their biggest deficit all summer, and in the worst time to do so in the championship game. Close strike call on Hauser. It's now 1-2. Still waiting for Game Changer to update. I hope it does, though. I can see the stats of Lofton. I would love to read these out one last time. Oh, he's looking to put away Hauser. 1-2 fastball. Swung on and missed. The Bears in the third inning. They score 5 in the process, including a 3-run home run from Bryson Shepard. They increase their lead to 6. Athletics have a mountain to climb. It's 6-0. Lefty Finn Piper will swing it for the first time. He'll face Owen Porter, who's coming back out in probably the best spot he's been all day. 6 runs of run support to work with. A huge swing from Bryson Shepard, putting the scoreboard sitting at 6-0 Bears lead. The Athletics have been one of the most resilient and gritty teams all summer, so if there is a team who can climb this mountain and start to claw back, it is the Athletics. But they will need to start now. Finn Piper, Ty Sowards, and Danny Isbell due up to start the third. 10-1-2. Going back in between innings and listening to home run calls sometimes, I obviously had to do it there. And to any Athletics fans out there, I do apologize. But that was probably one of my favorite calls of anything this summer. So if you're a Bears fan, you will see that one clipped on the YouTube channel here in about a few days. I have 2 more videos coming out recapping big moments. I think there's a week 7 or week 8 home run total coming out. And then as Finn Piper working the full count walk. And then there will also be a best moments of the postseason video coming out. So if any former players of the league are watching, I know I saw Dylan Lahr in the comment section earlier. Dylan Lahr, if you're watching, you've been in these videos 100 times, dude. So go look for another one. You're probably in there once. But yeah, there'll be tons of plays on that video. It'll be one of the longest ones on the channel all season. This Ty Sowards coming back up. He'll take strike 1. Van Piper working the walk, starting things just the way they need to. Getting a man on. Sowards chop one over to second. Ridings will flip to Cox for one. The spinning throw. Oh, what a play. It's offline, pulling Hauser off the bag. Almost an insane double play from Braden Cox. But one's all they'll get. That ball also hit really slowly over to second. Would have been hard to turn too, but Sowards will reach Army fielder's choice. And he'll send up Danny Isbell. Believe Isbell was hit by a pitch in his first time up. At this point, for good viewership's sake and a good ball game's sake, I kind of want the Athletics to come back and make it a ball game. I'm not saying I'm rooting for them because I am unbiased, but it's the last day of the season. Why not? Let's see something crazy. Let's see a shootout that sees the Athletics crawl back, tie things up, have the Bears go back out in front, and then have the, I don't know. I'm just talking, which is what I get paid to do. Isbell getting ahead 2-1. Behind Isbell, it'll be Grayson Wright. Wright, a big slugger for the Athletics, will stand in with maybe a couple runners on. I forget that it's only the bottom of the third. We've had 2 rain delays, which has told my body it's later in the game than it is, but there's still tons of baseball left to be played. We've probably seen the Athletics score 6 runs in 1 inning before. Another thing I am noticing about this strike zone, it's a little bit more open today. Strike zone a little bigger, at least from a left to right standpoint. I can't really tell up and down. But we've seen some disgusting pitches coming in from the pitchers. A lot of breaking balls, really, catching just enough of the zone and getting the call. Isbell in a 3-1. Another ground ball to Ridings. He'll turn to Cox again. No throw from Cox this time. He'll decide to hold on to it. Good heads-up play from the middle infield, deciding not to turn to, and they probably wouldn't get it anyways. As long as they're getting one, then they have to call the play a success. Number 22 will swing it for the second time. He's 0 for 1. Still not sure if there's any hardware that would be given out to the teams. I don't think there is. Either that or I don't see any, or I forgot to ask before the game. We should have started a big donation pool for just a big old SMCL 2026 trophy. I would have put down money. That would have been cool. Donated by broadcaster. That one going just foul. Speaking of broadcaster, I am glad I got to be out here this summer. It's been a good few months. It'll be 2 full months in 2 days. Unfortunately, today is the last day, so it'll be just shy of 2 months. But it was a good summer. I'm glad I could put on a show for everybody. Porter's 1-1, missing a little low. I'm mentally okay with still being here for a little longer, but my vocal cords are telling me that I am so done broadcasting for a little bit. Doing this for 2 to 3 games every day for 8 or 9 weeks has really been taking a toll. But this makes you wonder for the MLB broadcasters who do it every day, or for the actors who are talking nonstop. You have to learn respect for them because they are talking nonstop, and that's really tedious on the vocal cords. But they probably also do have a good recovery method that they do every night. A lot of green teas, cough drops is what I've been using. 3-1, catching the upper part of the zone. Now a full count. But regardless, I've been having a lot of fun using my voice. It's been a great summer. Big payoff pitch coming here from Porter to right. Danny Isbell will be on the move with 2 gone. Payoff pitch coming. Popped up. Left center. Looks like Abram Taylor coming in from center. Says he got it. And he drops it. It's in and out of his glove. Danny Isbell hustling around third. He'll score. Throw over to second, trying to get Grayson right. And it misses the throw. The Athletics finally getting something to go their way. Abram Taylor coming in from center field. Let the ball go right in and out of his glove. I'm not sure what happened. That is very uncharacteristic of Abram Taylor, who's been real defensively sound all summer. You can see him kind of frustrated with himself. Thankfully for the Bears, they added on 5 runs to begin the third. Otherwise, the game would be tied up at 1. Just a hiccup from Taylor, and now the Athletics will try to run with it. Another big bat coming up. It's Will Dickens. He's also 0 for 1. Rain picking back up a little bit. I'm able to hear it before I see it. Hopefully we can just get through the bottom of the third. We're going to end every inning with a rain delay at this point. Mother Nature just does not want clean baseball being played today. 2-0, getting a big swing and a ball in the dirt from Will Dickens. He'll chase the first strike of the at-bat. I know it looks bright across the outfield, but as the viewers might have learned this summer, just because it looks bright on the camera does not mean it's bright at all. It's rather gray and gloomy. It's kind of saddening. The rain's held off for us last 2 days, which has been good because there was only 1 game yesterday, but there was 3 on Monday. So we had to do this on 3 games. That would have been not fun. Big looping breaking ball misses, moving the count full. On deck is Joey Sulish or Tyler Bennett. They just look the exact same from the back to me, apparently. Payoff to Dickens. Over to the right side. Ridings dives. Can't get it. It's into the outfield. Grayson Wright hustling around third. He'll look to score. The throw in from Valone. Cut off. Not in time. RBI single for Will Dickens. The Athletics starting to climb their mountain. It's now 6-2. This is exactly what you want to see if you're a fan of the Athletics. With tons of ball game left, you don't have to go out and score the entire comeback all in 1 inning. Keep doing chip damage. 2 here, 1 there, 2 here. Eventually, as long as your pitching holds up, that's good enough, and eventually you'd come back. Now, you take away 1 swing from Shepard, and there goes 3 runs, and that home run leading up to that home run, a few runs across as well. But if Shepard doesn't homer, it is only a 3-2 ball game currently. Just a little glimmer of hope being shown here for the Athletics, trying to take even more advantage of that Abram Taylor error just a few batters ago. We'll see if Tyler Bennett has another big moment at him. Got a runner on. A 1-0 chopped over left side. Cox the backhand. Can't field it cleanly. Another runner on a defensive mishap from the Bears. Frustration brewing over for the Bears. They got to just lock back in, get 1 more out. There's 2 gone in the third. They just need 1 more. Last two hits have been ground balls that could have been played. Will Dickens' ground ball just moving through the glove of Caden Writings over there at second as DiBartolomeo fouls off first pitch. Rain picking back up now, and it is loud. It's going to pick back up real heavy again here, of course. 1-0 to DiBartolomeo misses, now 1-1. You know, I'm glad my camera, as poor quality as it is still able to pick up how heavy this rain is getting today. Porter just needing one more strike to get out of the third. Instead, it's way behind the head. That one undoubtedly slipped out of the hand. I think Porter's looking around thinking he's going to definitely need a new baseball after that. Both runners advancing on the wild pitch. On the ground, left side, coming in is Cox. He'll field it cleanly and throw cleanly. On line and in time. DiBartolomeo grounds out. And finally, the Bears get the third out of the inning. Not before the Athletics do get two more runs of their own. They're on the board for the first time today. They will cut their deficit down to 4. Speaking of 4, when we come back, we'll be on to the fourth inning. Beginning of the fourth, Lofton back out. He'll face Abram Taylor. First pitch swinging, hard hit, foul into his own dugout. Abram Taylor having that unfortunate error in the bottom of the third that would eventually allow 2 runs to come across for the Athletics. So he'll swing it in hopes to make up for his own mistakes. He's 0 for 1. Swinging and missing at the breaking ball, 0-2. Charlie Lofton, coming into today, has made so many appearances I can't even count them all, but his innings pitched is just under 30. .130 batters faced, 16 earned runs given up, 13 walks, 26 strikeouts. His ERA sitting in the 3 range. Doing all of this while throwing from every arm angle you can think of. Up, down, right, in between, all the above. Got 1-2 on Taylor, and he goes down swinging. Strikeout number 1 picked up for Lofton. Taylor, the first out here in the 4th. Following up would be Braden Cox. He's swinging at the first pitch and missing. Cox 1 for 1, had a base knock his last time through. I gotta say, kind of disappointing that on this championship Wednesday, which is also my last full date here in the city and the state for that matter, is nothing but bad weather. Took a stroll through Knoxville one last time. I've been keeping my eye on a couple of shops. I'm picking up a lot of volunteers gear while I've been here. I've been hitting up the Vol shops, some alumni halls. The new Adidas merchandise for the volunteers is such nice quality and, attractive things. But unfortunately, what's not so attractive about them is the price tag. They are expensive, and they're expensive rightfully so because they know that they can get the money out of them. Cox moving into a full count. So today I took one last stroll through a couple shops and try to convince myself to spend more money than I probably should. I took a smart financial decision and did not spend any more. Cox having himself a great battle now at a full count. We're still at a full count. Lofton searching for out number 2 as the rain continues to pour. It's payoff pitch. Braden Cox, have yourself an at-bat. Every time he fouls off a pitch, you can hear the Bears dugout cheering for him. There's Will Price. You can see him handing off balls to the home plate umpire. He was supposed to start this game, is what I was told all season by the Bears head coach. Just poor timing on his injuries. There's another one. Braden Cox, one solid at-bat and his second time through. Both men really wanting to win this one. Another payoff. Braden Cox wins the battle. Cox with a great at-bat. Flips his bat in triumph. And he'll be followed up from Caden Atzett. Atzett, the 9-hole hitter, might bring the leadoff man, Caden Ridings, back up. Atzett came around to score in his last time through. Check over on Cox. That's the thing with Lofton, too, we've watched all summer, is his deceptive pickoff move. Even as a righty, he's real disgusting going over to first base. He's had tons of runners picked off. Almost getting Cox there. Another check over. One. Cox goes this time. Fennell throws down. Great tag put on from Grayson Ryan. He gets Braden Cox caught stealing. The throw a little high. Cox a bang play. Great tag work there from Grayson Wright, and he eliminates a runner off the base paths. Another caught stealing marked for Jack Fennell as well. 2-2. Called strike 3 on Caden Atzett. Athletics Chances looking up here in the fourth. We're halfway home. The Bears won the first half. They're up 6-2 as the back half will commence underway when we come back. Owen Porter looking to notch 4 innings on his championship game start. 4 innings of 2-run baseball. Do not believe either of those two will go down as earned runs. But it's a 6-2. It is a 6-2. 6-2. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Score as we head in the back half of this game. Sulish will get things going. Sulish, Fennell, and Trimble. First pitch swinging, a little blooper down in the left field. That one will be down in front of Andrew Hull. A bad route, and he rolls to the wall. First pitch swinging for Sulish, and it's an extra base knock for the righty. He'll be followed up by the catcher, Jack Fennell. First pitch almost takes the head off of Jack. He gets out of the way last second. An extra base hit to start things. And when Andrew Hull was running for that ball and straightaway left center, as he kind of slid down to pick it up, you could see puddles being splashed up. The turf on the infield is fine, but you know the dirt and the grass in the outfield as that one slipped way out of the hand of Porter. But the grass of the outfield is just absolutely sinking with water currently. There's been so much rain coming down. Finally, just left of the field. It looks like some blue is slowly starting to creep across. Sulish now at third, nobody out. Fennell in a good RBI spot. Slow chip damage is all the Athletics have to do. Just one run at a time and claw their way back. There is some motion going on down in the pen for the Bears, it looks like. Even with my binoculars, I can't see who it is. 2-2 to Fennell, chopped over to third. Greenway looks back Sulish. Great heads-up play from the third baseman, keeping the runner at bay. That's exactly what he was supposed to do. There is one gone in the inning. Sulish doesn't advance. Greenway was kind of playing in on that hard chopper. He was almost playing toes on the grass. So he'll probably stay in, or maybe a little closer with only one out. You know, I got to tell y'all, my favorite thing I've experienced in Tennessee since I moved out here isn't the mountains, isn't SMCL, it's cookout. We don't have cookout in Texas, and it was my first time having it whenever I moved out here back in May, and oh my goodness, it is not the healthiest thing in the world for you, but man, I have been there more times than I would like to admit this summer. and I've enjoyed it every single time. The reason why I'm saying this is because the moment this game ends, I'm getting in my car and I'm going to Cookout one last time before I move back to Texas tomorrow. Everybody here in Knoxville, y'all are spoiled with Cookout. We're more of a Whataburger people down in Texas, as Trimble is added 2-0. We're more Whataburger people in Texas. But if we had Cookout down there, it'd be the same kind of way the Tennessee people look at it as well. Trimble looking to bring home the third run of the day for the Athletics. He sits at a nice 3-0 count. Owen Porter struggling with his location a little bit today, and granted, by his huge misses, you can just assume that it's from the unable to grip the ball the way he would like. As that one gets away from Hendrickson, he'll toss it to Porter, but not in time. Sulish slides in head first safely. A 4-pitch walk to Trimble as well. Athletics cutting their deficit in half from where it was originally. They've scored 3 unanswered. This is what I meant when I said that if there's any team that was going to come back from down 6-0 in the championship game, it was going to be the Athletics. We'll get a mound visit for Porter. This might be the end of the day for Owen. Look at that. The sun coming out in the field for once. That's cool. But it will be the end of the day for Owen Porter. He goes 3 1/3, allows 3. He'll be moved with 1 out in the 4th. New pitcher coming on. Whenever he's ready to go, I'll be back. Dylan Ford will toe the rubber. He'll see Finn Piper first. He will inherit a runner on first. Alex Trimble, the man there. 7th appearance out of the pen this summer for Dylan Ford. Only 7 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 15 earned runs, 14 walks, and 6 strikeouts. So not the summer he would like. His ERA up over 10. but he's got a chance to right all the wrongs in the championship game. Piper walked his first time up, now in a 3-0 count. Lineup about to turn over. Ty Sowers is on deck. (3-0). 4 straight misses out of the pen for Dylan Ford. Not the first batter he would like to have. That'll send the lead-up hitter Ty Sowers back to it. He'll get his 3rd time up. 3rd time through the lineup, starting now for the Athletics. And would you look at it? Ty Sowers represents the tying run. He'll show his bunt first pitch is outside, trying to get Piper as Hendrickson, but he's back safely. Once trailing by 6, the Athletics are now in striking distance. Six straight misses for Ford. Nobody else going in the pen for the Bears currently. 3-0 gets away from catcher Hendrickson. Everybody will advance a base regardless. 8 straight misses out of the pen for Dylan Ford. 2 walks allowed on 4 pitches each. Bases will now be loaded. 1 out, so a ground ball double play would end the inning. Danny Isbell up at the plate, representing the go-ahead run. Athletics have been here before today. Bases loaded in a big spot. They would go on to strand them. I believe that was back in the 1st inning. Huge moment here for both teams. The Bears trying to hang on to their 3-run lead. The Athletics within striking distance after falling behind by a half dozen at one point today. First pitch to Isbell, called strike number 1. Ford finding the zone for the first time. Isbell's 0 for 1. Three men on for him in his 3rd time up. Trimble on 3rd, Piper on 2nd, Ty Sowers on 1st. One on a line, just foul. Oh, Danny Isbell a few feet away from what could have been a game-tying extra base hit. Instead, it's just strike number 2. You know Isbell wants that one back. Just getting out in front of it. Ford needing a big pitch here. 1-2 gets away from Hendrickson. Getting a lucky break off the backstop. Trimble stays put at 3rd. Ford delivers the 2-2 in the dirt. Moving the count full. So a big 1-out payoff pitch coming. Bases loaded. A ball out of the zone to walk in. A 4th run of the game for the Athletics and the second of the day, or the second of the inning for them. Payoff. Chopped. Foul. This game so far being everything you'd want out of a championship game. Peak viewership currently at the moment. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Another payoff in the dirt. Ball 4. A bases loaded walk allowed from Dylan Ford out of the pen. The Athletics now have the go-ahead run on second, or the go-ahead run on first, excuse me. I can't do math. No, I had it right the first time. No, I didn't. I had it right the second time. Can you tell I didn't major in math in college? The go-ahead run is on first, representing Danny Isbell. And up in a big spot is Grayson Wright, not the man you want in this situation up if you're the Bears. You know what's funny? The last time the Bears were looking like they were going to beat the Athletics, they were up by a handful of runs. Grayson Wright came in with the bases loaded and shot one over the left field fence at Maryville. We'll get a timeout. Not sure what the situation is, but Grayson Wright down to talk to his head coach. Piper on third, Sowards on second, Isbell on first. Bases loaded, Athletics trail by 2. Dylan Ford kind of digging his own grave here as we'll get a mound visit for him. Kind of digging his own grave. He's allowed 3 walks and 3 batters, and that will be it for him. He falls behind Grayson Wright 2-0, and that's all she wrote for Dylan Ford. We'll get a pitching change. Can't see who it is coming in, but whenever he's ready to go, I'll come back. Big moment brewing. Bears lead 6-4. Coming in for the Bears, it's Isaiah Slavin. He will inherit a really rough spot. Bases loaded, 1 out. 2 runs across in the inning. Grayson Wright already in a 2-0. The lefty's first pitch finds the zone. Trying to battle back against the righty 2-1. Anything on the ground or a strikeout. All Slavin needs. 2-1s popped up. Right side. Writings is underneath it. He'll make the catch. Huge second out for the Bears. Grayson Wright frustrated with himself as he retrieves his bat. Will Dickens still in a chance to really do damage. Lefty action. A couple of southpaws will go at it with 2 gone here in the 4th. Slavin's first pitch catches the zone. Dickens rang up looking his last time up. Or his first time. He's 1 for 2. Struck out and has a hit. 3 men on for him. 0-1. Close miss. Isbell, Sowards, and Piper all on bases. Behind Will Dickens, it'll be Tyler Bennett. Meat of the order coming up, and with already 2 gone, they would love to have a few more swings with the bases still loaded. 2-1, fouled off. Isaiah Slavin. Now a strike away from the biggest moment of the game outside of that home run. You might argue it might be a bigger moment if he gets out here. His 2-2 popped up left side, out of play. Bears lead dwindling over the last few innings. Athletics getting 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. Good battle already. Another 2-2 on a line, down the line, off the wall. Piper will score. Trimble will score. Tie game. Danny Isbell looking to give the Athletics a lead, and he will. It's a bases-clearing double for Will Dickens. For the first time today, the Athletics are out in front. It's a 7-6 ball game. Huge swing from the lefty and a 2-2 count off of Slavin. And in a game where they trailed by 6, it took them 2 innings to come back and take their lead for the first time here in this one. That pitch slipping out of the hand of Slavin. Dick is moving over to 3rd. We'll see Tyler Bennett up. Bennett's 0 for 2 today. Still battling here, popping up the 1-0 and foul ground. Kate Hauser giving it a look. And it'll go out of play. Count moving even at 1. Slavin recomposing himself. Big inning for the Athletics. Missing down low to Bennett, 2-1. In the air, right center field, sending adds it back at the track, and it's a one-hopper off the wall. An RBI for Tyler Bennett. He's rounded 2. He's looking for 3rd. He'll slide in head first safely, and he'll get it. An RBI triple for Tyler Bennett. Him and Will Dickens trade places. The Athletics add a 6th of the inning. They are up now 8-6. Huge inning for the Athletics. They have now scored 6 in the frame. Huge couple of swings between Bennett, Dickens. And now we're seeing DiBartolomeo up in a spot with another runner in scoring position. First pitch getting away from Hendrickson. Tyler Bennett will trot home with these. The Athletics played a 9th. Huge inning of despair for the Bears. I thought they all but had this one wrapped up in the second inning. Now they trail by 3. Nice breaking ball, just missing the outer part. 15 total runs, 7 of them in this half inning alone. After the Bears went up 6-0, I saw the head coach of the Athletics giving his team a pep talk. So whatever he said, the Bears head coach is going to need to find it and tell his team the exact same words. Slavin's 2-2 in the dirt, full count. The payoff to DiBartolomeo swung on and foul tip caught from Hendrickson. Out number 3 in the 4th. Huge inning for the Athletics. They score 7. They take the lead. We're on to the 5th. It's a 9-6 ball game. Brand new inning as the 5th inning gets going. Top of the order due up for the Bears. And man, did they just have a crushing blow. They trail by 3. Corey Lofton back out. He'll pitch with run support for the first time today. One one, firing the zone. Now 1-2. Ridings, Valone, and Greenway all due up. Lofton looking for the put away pitch, will just miss there. Ridings today has had 2 at bats. This is his 3rd one. He's been hit in the back twice. Going to avoid it here as he swings and misses the 2-2. He's down swinging. Ridings retired for the first time today. Up now, Tristan Valone. Valone's 0 for 1. Has a sac fly as well. Sending one the opposite way into shallow left, and that one will bloop. Tristan Valone. A one-out knock for the outfielder. That's got to feel good for the lefty. Bears looking to answer back after allowing up a 7-run inning. Greenway will follow it up. He's 0 for 2. Bears needing some big swings. A big swing there from Greenway. Doesn't make contact. He's down 0-1. As much quantity of work as we've seen of Troy Lofton, he is prone to give up an RBI or two. We have seen some loud baseballs come off the bat. That one's hit up the middle. Sulish, a diving play the opposite way. He was trying to cover the bag, but he sticks with it and gets out number 2. Valone moves over to second safely. He was stealing on the pitch. Lofton deceptive, but prone to give up a long ball, and the man who's ready to always knock him is Cole Hendrickson. He's 0 for 1 today, the cleanup hitter, not having much luck his last few at-bats. Behind Hendrickson is Bryson Shepard. He had that big home run his last time up, which now seems like lifetimes ago. 2-0 to Hendrickson, finds home. No bullpen action going for either team. Both pitchers having the foreseeable future. Nice curveball there from Lofton. We got a punch-out visual from the home plate umpire, but it was only 2-2. Lofton looking for that called strike 3, though. 2-2, foul off, out of play. Valone leading off a second. He represents the 7th run of the game if the Bears can bring him around. Needing to claw back themselves. The 2-2 to Hendrickson. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. There's strike 3. Out number 3 in the 5th. The Athletics protect their 3-run lead. Your score 9-6. quick top of the fifth brings us to the bottom of it. Isaiah Slavin coming back out. He will start a fresh inning for the first time today. Sulish, Fennell, and Trimble to start the fifth. Sulish, not a bad day for the righty. He's 2 for 2. 6 to 9 year score as we head into the last 2.5 innings. To the right side, a diving grab by Ridings. He plucked it out of the air, won't even go to first just to make sure. Great glove work from the second baseman. There's one gone. Ridings always been really defensively solid. Now up, Jack Fennell. He'll swing at the first pitch as well. Drill it down the right field line. It's fair to roll to the wall. Fennell will run out first. He is looking for 2. Won't slow down there. Or he will slow down there. 1 out extra base hit for Fennell. He's on base, and the Athletics look to keep their damaging last few swings going. Couple of lefties will go at it. It's Trimble and Slavin. First pitch missing. We're seeing a pinch runner in for Jack Fennell as Trimble squares to bunt, pulls back, and it misses. It's Mason Alcorn coming into the championship game for the first time. Slavin's 3-0, misses a 4-pitch walk to Trimble. Bears pitching really being the result of the Athletics' success as of late. While I did have the bases loaded, you have to think back. Dylan Ford coming in, walking a couple runners on. It was perfectly set up for Diggins to make that big swing an inning ago. Now there's 2 more aboard. Finn Piper up for the 3rd time. First pitch getting away from Hendrickson. Both runners will keep advancing. Piper fell and went off the other way. So Slavin coming into today, notching his final appearance of the season, only started 1 game. Started the first game of the season for the Bears, actually. Since then, he's been straight out of the pen work. 17 2/3 innings. 13 earned runs, 17 walks, 16 strikeouts. Piper in an RBI spot, 2 runners in scoring position. Now at a 3-1, the lineup will turn over back to Ty Sowards. He might get a chance to swing it with the bases loaded. Three-one in the dirt, and he will swing it with the bases loaded. Another bases full opportunity for the Athletics. I believe this will be their third of the day. We do have some motion going on in the pin now for the Bears. Looks like Rylan Black getting loose. Soward is 0 for 2. Big spot for him. Piper, Trimble, and Mason Alcorn on first, second, and third. Fallon 1 off his Trimble 1-1. Slavin looking for a huge second out. Won't get it here. Gets even with the leadoff man, 2-2. Lefty deals another foul ball. Soward's really battling here to start his third AB. Or fourth now. Lineup really going through it. Another 2-2, just missing low. A big payoff pitch incoming off the arm of Slavin. Runners don't have to be on the move. There's only one gone. One out payoff pitch. Misses down low. Ball 4. Another bases loaded walk allowed from the Bears. That will score the first of the inning for the Athletics and the 10th of the game. The score is now 10-6. Still bases loaded opportunity for Danny Isbell. First pitch coming home at strike 1. Isbell 2 hit by pitches. He's 0 for 1 officially. One, back up the middle, coming in is Hull, and it will drop in center. 1 run will score. Hull can't field it. Cleveland gets past him. 1 run scores. 2 run scores. The third one making a bid to score, and he will. It's a bases loaded double for Danny Isbell. Athletics breaking this game wide open. In the last 2 innings, they have now scored 11 runs. Angel Hull coming in on it. Looks like he completely whiffed on it out in the center. That cost the Bears more runs that they have now given up. It is 13-6, a 4-run inning. A bases clearing double for Danny Isbell. Powerful bat that hasn't been active today is Grayson Wright. Wright's 0 for 3. Popped out with the bases loaded his last time through. The man on deck, Will Dickens, was the one who came through in the clutch. To one to right, misses up. Slavin really struggling with his location in the fifth. We'll see how long of a leash he's got. Grayson Wright battling here in a 3-1. Missing outside, ball 4. Another walk allowed from Slavin. This will be it for the lefty. We'll have a new pitcher that will come on shortly. When he's ready to go, I'll come back on. Your score 13-6, 2 runners aboard. Coming in to hold a runner on second, it's Jordan Holdway. He'll face Dickens. Dickens, last time up, had that double down the line, the biggest swing of the day for the Athletics. Pulled away a handful of appearances for him this season out of the pen. Not a single start. He's been solely used as a reliever. Two hours, 45 minutes on the stream clock. This one might hit an all-time high this summer. Big swing and a miss from Dickens, now to full count. I don't think we've had a stream go over 3 hours. Maybe one. This might be the first. Payoff to Dickens. Misses for ball 4. Bases will be loaded once again. And in to take his first swing today will not be Tyler Bennett. It's Mason Alcorn. Looks like we had some replacements between innings. Alcorn's in for Bennett. DiBartolomeo is out. It's Amari Lethko coming in. First pitch on the ground from Mason Alcorn. Cox to Ridings for 1. Back over. Not in time. Alcorn beat it down the line. So it'll be out number 2 and run number 5 of the inning. It's now 14-6. That is also the end of the day for Joey Sulish. It's Isaiah Whited who will come in after. Mason Alcorn coming in, immediately swinging at the first pitch he sees. Hustling down the line, beats out the potential double play. Amari Lethko also first pitch swinging out to deep right, sending Taylor back. He's underneath it, and he'll make the catch for out number 3 in the 5th. The Athletics expand their lead to 8. They score 5 more in the inning. We're on to the 6th. Your score, 14-6. The final 2 innings of the Smoking Out Collegiate League 2026 season set to get going. Bryson Shepard will see Lofton, who's out for another inning. Shepard's 1 for 2, trying to kickstart his offense into any type of gear. They have gone completely silent since scoring 6 in the first couple frames. Of course, 3 of which of those runs coming off the bat of Shepard. Defensively, Athletics moving around a little bit. We mentioned Alcorn's over at third for Tyler Bennett. 3-0 finding home. That's the only defensive change, it looks like. Chopped on the ground to first. Will Dickens, a diving stop. He will touch first and make the play with ease. Nice play from Wilt Dickens. Carson Lane is in behind the dish. Jack Fennell out. Looks like everybody else is still the same. After that nice play from Will Dickens, Cade Hauser will come up. He's 1 for 2. Swing at the first pitch out to right. Piper going back on it at the track, and he will not make the catch. It's off the wall. Hauser will trot into second. Finn Piper almost making a nice catch. Instead, having to reach over his shoulder, couldn't field it cleanly. There's a 1-out double. Abram Taylor will follow suit. He's 0 for 2. On the ground over to third. Mason Alcorn will have his first defensive showing of the game. He'll throw over. There's out number 2. Now I have to wonder. The Athletics are up by 8, and the run rule all season has been 8 after 6. But with this being the championship game, are we going to look for a run rule if Andrew Hull taking his first swing today gets out? Or are they just going to play all 7? Or really just, one more complete inning in the namesake of championship play? Looks like Andrew Hull pinch hitting for Braden Cox. "2-0 popped up foul. So whenever I said in the first couple innings that I wanted the Athletics to come back, I was just manifesting some crazy ball game, and sure enough, they scored 14 runs. There has now been 20 total runs scored in the championship game. What a way to end the Smoky Mountain Collegiate League season. I kind of hope they play an extra inning and it doesn't end here if Holt gets out. An extra inning in terms of run rule. Considering we've all fought so hard just to make it to this point. So many rain delays, so many runs. Let's just play all 7, because why not? Lofton looking for the put-away pitch on the 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed. Andrew Hull down swinging. And it looks like we will keep playing baseball, judging by the lack of celebration. Or will we not? No, we will. Always coming back out. So the Athletics will put on one more showing of any run support before the game will end in the 7th. Your score 14-6 through 5.5. Bottom of the 6th, the Athletics will get one more chance to bat here today, trying to build off an 8-run lead. Up first, taking his first and only hacks of the afternoon, will be Isaiah Whited. Isaiah Whited will be followed up by Carson Lane. And then currently Alex Trimble is scheduled to hit. We'll see if he's pinch hit for as well. The last 4 batters for the Athletics have all been pinch hit for. 2-0 breaking ball from Holdway finds the zone. Now 2-1. Bears down by 8. We need to hold the Athletics here. Whited fouling off of 2-1. And then go on to score 8 or 9 runs in the top of the 7th to keep this game alive. I think if I saw 28 to 30 runs scored in a single game, especially in the championship series, I don't even know what I would do with myself. Holdaway's 2-2, breaking ball, runs in on Whited, hits him. Isaiah Whited takes one at bat in the championship game. Where's a pitch between the numbers, and he's on base. Alex Trimble will not hit on deck. I want to say that's Lucas Duncan. Carson Lane, like Whited, taking his only hacks today. Back-to-back hit by pitches. Both men who are pinch hit for wearing it on the back, and they are both on base. Coming up, number 17, I believe this is Lucas Duncan. I do not think he has an at-bat all season. In Game Changer updates, I'll be able to confirm that fact. 3 straight hit by pitches. Holdway unable to find the strike zone. He places 3 balls, I want to say, in a row between the numbers of the 7, 8, and 9 hitter. And now for another time today, Finn Piper's up with the bases loaded. It was Lucas Duncan. That was not his first at-bat. He had 4 previous. Batting average was at 500. He was 2 for 4. One last chance to do some damage. It's Finn Piper. No bullpen action going for the Bears with their colossal deficit they currently sit in. You'd have to think Holdway just will have the inning. Four straight misses for Holdway to start Finn Piper's at bat, and he will walk in a run. So your score will now be 6-15. Relatively anticlimactic ending to this one. Thought we were going to have a competitive ball game when the Bears went up by 6 and the Athletics started playing a few. As Ty Sowers watches ball 1. But unfortunately, for the Bears, the Athletics played quite a little bit more than a few. Cole Hendrickson taking that 1-0 pitch off the face mask, a foul ball right into him. He has been wearing it as the backstop all season. He has been used and abused back there. He's been a real soldier, but that's the name of the game if you're a catcher. You know what you're signing up for. Bases still loaded. Piper, Duncan, and Whited all on base. Three-one to Sowards. Danny Isbell standing in on deck. He might get yet another chance to bat with the bases loaded. The 3-1's popped up behind the plate. Hendrickson will give it a look, and it'll go out of play. Full count coming. Payoff pitch with no outs. Misses for ball 4. Holdaway will walk in another. It'll become a 10-run game. And that will be it, it looks like. That is ball game. So the 10th run coming across of the game for the Athletics, and our 10th run of lead, they will call it there. And a very anticlimactic ending of this one, but the BC Athletics are your 2026 SMCL champions. A fun game up until the Athletics purely ran away with it. But your final score here in this one is 16-6. Your final score here in the season, 16-6. Top two teams went at it all summer long, and ultimately the Bears' kryptonite that they just could not get past was the Athletics. The number one team for the entire summer makes it full circle, and they win. They beat the Bears 16-6, and that's your ball game. And not only is that your ball game, but that is in fact your 2026 Smoky Mountain Collegiate League Series. Whether you have been... Oh, I turned my camera on. Let me fix this real quick. All right, there I am. Whether you have been with me for one game or whether you have been with me for the course of the entire season, I appreciate every single one of you tuning in and every single praise and thank you I've got for the whole summer. It was a blast for me to come out here, a fresh college graduate, continuing his dream of calling baseball. It was a fun summer. I am very blessed and thankful for the chance I got to do this for this summer. To everybody watching at home that I never got to meet, thank you so much for tuning in day out across this very long 2 months out here in Knoxville, Tennessee. I don't know if I'm going to be back next summer or if this is the last time you'll ever see me, but if baseball.